Good evening and welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name's Soujisakatattv. I'm a gender-fluid cat cybernetic Vtuber. You also know me as Soji. And I apologize, my voice is healing. My voice is healing quite nicely. However, it is still in the stages where there's a little raspiness every now and then. So if I have a voice crack, I apologize. It is getting a lot better. I actually haven't had much problem until this evening, and it's decided it's going to be a little on the raspy side again. So, but yeah, welcome back, everyone. As per usual, if you haven't, excuse me, yep, as I said, voice crack. Good news is it's not painful anymore, at least. So, but yeah, if you haven't hit that subscribe down below, please consider it. Please check out my TikTok, my Twitter or X, whatever. And my Twitch as well. So I've been streaming a lot more recently. We're running a lot more iRacing these days. I've also been playing some Hitman. And what was the other game I was playing the other day? Oh yeah, I got a new golf game as well. EA Sports PGA Tour. So come out, support the lives. They're always a good time. And let's get into today's epic rap battle of history reaction. This is the battle of the tech juggernauts. You have CEO of... Well, I could list all the companies, but we'd be here for an extra 30 minutes. So, it's none other than Tesla headman Elon Musk and the creator of I'mSpyingOnYou.com, Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. So, with that being said, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Let's go. I like this beat. All right, first off, let's look at the portrayals here. I got to start with the portrayals. I would say this is a pretty good visual representation of Musk. The suit, the kind of dark muted colors and the jeans, and the kind of the hairstyle, the kind of dapper look. I think that's a pretty good representation. And then, of course, this is definitely Zuckerberg from his trial that he was memed to death about with his alien-like behavioral tendencies. So, definitely a good chuckle there. I quite like the two representations. Pretty good. Peter and Lloyd doing well here.
Call me Musk. I'm here to help. Yeah. Flush a Zucker turd for humanity's health. I'm making brilliant innovations in a race against the dark ages. Provide a place to discover your acts. Kind of racist.
All right, I like that. I'm going to try to let these play a little longer and then break them down. I'm going to see if it works a little better or not. But so, call me Musk. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something, because or if it's just supposed to be the way he says it. But call me Musk, I'm here to help. Flush a Zucker turd for humanity's health. So, of course, the play on Zuckerberg, Zucker turd. It's childish, but you know what? You always get points in my book for a good poo joke, as long as it's done well. And that one was Zucker turd. I'm making brilliant innovations in a race against the Dark Ages. So he's just flexing on him right now, and of course showing the Boring Company flamethrower that he's so famous for. I think that was Boring Company, or was that Tesla? I can't remember. He's got a flamethrower somewhere, so I do like that. I'm making brilliant innovations in a race against the Dark Ages, which I love this bit of camera work right here. He actually picks up the text. Like, what? I love that bit. That's the only time I think they ever do that in ERB, where they have the text interact with the character. And I love it. It is such a perfect way to show Musk's, like, out-of-the-box thinking. If you've ever been on my lives or heard me talk to my friend Sadie, you know I am not an electric vehicle fan. I am a old school mechanic at heart. I actually am one of the few people who actually has had experience with a carburetor. I'm not great with them, but I do at least know a bit about them. So I am definitely old school gasoline kind of person. And, yeah, you know, nothing against electric. If you like it, you like it. It ain't for me. But I love because that's his kind of like forward future thinking. You know, that's what it's supposed to be about. And he would have that out of the box thinking. But yeah, in a race against the Dark Ages, of course, trying to, you know, advance humanity. And he's saying, you know, and meanwhile, you just provide a place to find out that your aunt's kind of racist. And yeah, if you've ever been on Facebook, you've probably seen a family member and went, they just said, what? You can't say that. And yet they did. So I love that bit. I think that's a really good laugh. That's a good start for Musk. Nothing crazy here. Just kind of some surface level jabs and punches. And I like that last little, like, you know, it was definitely a harder swing. It was more of a hook than a jab. And I like that hit.
You provide a place to discover your arts. Kind of racist. Got called to Senate. Data hack. You acted so robotic, Star Trek's like, we need Lieutenant Data back.
I love that bar, too. So, of course, playing on nerd culture there with the Star Trek reference, which he definitely, Zuckerberg definitely has that nerdy aesthetic about him, which I like. And yeah, the court reference we talked about earlier. You know, yeah, he got called to Senate, and they ruled it was a data hack. And yeah, he acted very robotic. So robotic, in fact, that Star Trek said they needed Lieutenant Data back. Of course, playing on the data hack, data back, getting that data back from the hack, yada yada. You get the reference there, but I quite like the actual subject matter isn't that deep, but I love the way they spin it with that line and the way they do it. Working in the nerdy culture and everything. It's a surface level bar that's made deeper by the way it's produced and delivered, and I love it. It's so well done.
Tony Stark with a James Bond sprinkle toss in. And I've been flossing since you double-crossed the Winklevoss twins.
Okay. And I do like that I'm Tony Stark with a James Bond sprinkle tossed in. He does have a little bit of that. Now, granted, on maybe not on the internet or whatever, but I mean, he's got a little bit of that pizzazz compared to Zuckerberg. He does have a little bit of that James Bond, excuse me, a little bit of that James Bond-esque vibe going on there, so I like that. But I also like, you know, because he is more akin to Tony Stark. However, he does get points off for flossing. But it does work for the line double-crossing the Winklevoss twins, the arguable real creators of Facebook or whatever it is. So I like the way they flip those around. I think that's a good diss. Minus a point for actually flossing, but everything else has been good so far.
Was a lieutenant commander?
Since you double-crossed the Winklevoss twins.
Was a lieutenant commander to start, but I wouldn't expect you to understand an org chart. See?
Yep. So, yeah, Data, in fact, in Star Trek was a lieutenant commander to start. I never actually watched Star Trek, but I have looked that up just to verify that before, because I was curious if that was true. Of course, ERB it is. He says, but I wouldn't expect you to understand an org chart. Because, of course, Zuckerberg's still at the helm of his company, whereas Musk is more adjacent. The board has ousted him at some point. He doesn't have, like, CEO powers anymore or something. He's still in the company, but, like, I forget how it works. Whatever the case was, not great. So, yeah, and that's what he's like. I love he even pulls out an org chart. That's great.
Commander to start, but
I love the eye roll. Like, oh god, we're getting into this.
I wouldn't expect you to understand an org chart. See, here's mine. I'm at the top boss, and I'm spitting fire like I'm hot. So you can't sneak up on Zuck. I don't even fucking blink. I'm the CEO and know what you think.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's the reference I made earlier. All right. So see, here's mine. I'm at the top boss. Yeah, because he is at the top of his org chart. And, of course, just saying he's going to spit fire like hot sauce. That's a bar that's been done to death, but I like the way he works it in. And I love that you can't sneak up on Zuck. I don't even effing blink. And if you watch through the entire of his 2 verses, I've looked at this before. He does not blink during this entire video. You will never see Peter blink in this video, which I think is hilarious.
Sneak up on Zuck. I don't even fucking blink. I'm the CEO and knowing what you think. Hey, I've been.
Okay, that's good too. I'm the CEO of Knowing What You Think, Inc. Yeah, as I said, I made that reference at the beginning of this. That they're always spying, always listening. Meta as a company is not maybe the most ethical of companies. So I like that. And he's actually spinning that of like, it doesn't matter. I know that I do this, and I don't even care because now I know what you're thinking. And it's like, that's just kind of creepy.
Looking up your family.
Oops, I went too far.
I'm the CEO and knowing what you think. Hey, I've been looking up your family. Think it's dark. My God. Couldn't clean your daddy's laundry with apartheid. Watch me.
Oh man, looking up your family history, it gets dark. My God, that's of course he's acting like he's looking it up on Facebook, which everybody does. They go dig up your past. Anybody looks up my Facebook, they're just gonna find out that I've bought a lot of cars and went to a lot of anime conventions. I don't have too much to fear. But I like that you've got you couldn't clean your daddy's laundry with apartheid pods. Of course, apartheid is the... What is the definition of apartheid? I need to look that one up. Okay. Segregation on grounds other than race. So I'm guessing that there was some kind of apartheid that his dad was in. Let's look it up. Elon Musk dad apartheid. Elon Musk's oh, he was in the South African one. Okay. That is unfortunate for him. Yeah, that's not the look you want to have. Oh yeah, spent his early life in apartheid era South Africa. I'll be darned, I didn't know that. In Zambia, I guess, maybe. Now that's Quora, that may not be the best site. But okay, now we know what we're looking at there. So yeah, but the play on Tide Pods versus apartheid, I do quite like that. That's a pretty good joke. And then he's going through now listing all the companies he owns.
My God. Couldn't clean your daddy's laundry with apartheid. Watch me. Oculus, Instagram, WhatsApp. I'm cleaning up like a wet nap. I drive around in a hatchback. Beep, beep. I like your story like Snapchat.
Okay, I like that. I like how he goes rapid fire here. Oculus, Instagram, WhatsApp, post. I'm cleaning up like a wet nap, boast. I'm guessing the wet naps are reference to something that I don't know. But Oculus, Instagram, WhatsApp, those are all Meta companies. I drive around in a hatchback, beep, beep, I'll end your story like Snapchat, ghost. Of course, the Snapchat logo is a ghost. And he just drives around in a hatchback. He's not driving a Tesla. He's so rich he could have 100 Teslas, 1,000 Teslas. And he's driving around in a hatchback instead. I love that he's dissing Elon a little bit that way. But also kind of flexing. There are a lot of the high-level tech people, like Zuckerberg, who just drives an old... what is it? I think Bezos still drives a 90s Honda or something. Like, it's just what he drives. At least I heard that at one point. I think it was Bezos. I could be wrong. But yeah, so I like the diss. I like the joke there. That's kind of funny. Just a good verse overall so far.
I'm cleaning up like a wet nap. I drive around in a hatchback. Beep, beep. I like your story like Snapchat. Elon, you're nothing but an attention-seeking outcast, and your star is faded like you on a podcast.
Ooh. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Elon, you're nothing but an attention-seeking outcast, and your star is faded like you on a podcast. Of course, yeah, right there, dope smoking with Joe Rogan. Elon definitely wasn't smoking some MJ on a podcast with Joe Rogan at one point and tanked Tesla's stock overnight because of it. And yeah, it's that when you're, of course, getting high, they call that being faded. So yeah, he's calling him a fading star, but also faded just like him on that podcast. That's a good double. I like that. That might be one of the more clever lines we've heard so far.
Attention-seeking outcast, and your star is faded, like you on a podcast.
Don't smoking with Joe Rogan, don't slow motion my pace, man. When I'm conquering my space, it's actual space, man. I got a loan from...
Okay, good bar, good bar. I like the comeback. When I'm conquering my space, it's actual space, man. That's great. I love that. Cause... Excuse me. That helped my voice a little bit there. Good. But of course, Facebook versus MySpace back in the day. Two very big social media sites. And Facebook ended up winning out there. So yeah, Zuckerberg conquered MySpace. Elon is sending things into literal outer space. I like that flex there. That's a good flex. And of course, he's saying dope smoking with Joe Rogan didn't slow motion his pace. So he's like, yeah, that didn't slow me down, anybody. So you can diss me while you want for it, but I'm still going strong. I like that.
In my pace, man. When I'm conquering my space, it's actual space, man. I got a loan from the White House. Boom! Said that shit straight to the moon. Now I'm taking mankind to Mars, but for your kind, man, I ain't got room.
I got a loan from the White House. Boom. And I sent that shit straight to the moon. Of course, again, he's sending a lot of stuff into space and trying to forge new frontiers in space. And I love that. He's like, I'm trying to take mankind to Mars, but for your kind of people who are just interested in social media, man, I ain't got room for that. That's that would be a very Elon approach to things. I quite like the humor and the play on his personality like that. That's pretty good.
That shit straight to the moon. Now I'm taking mankind to Mars, but for your kind, man, I ain't got room. Your platform only launches depression. Who put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection?
Yeah. Yeah, social media is a big part of depression and problems with it. If you're having depression, anxiety, or anything like that, it's been proven that the best thing to do is get the heck off your phone and off social media and go out and do something in the real world for a while. I know I've had to, I've done that. I've pretty much abandoned all personal social media. And the only social media I keep up with is just my VTuber one. Do I have some... Oh man, I'm out of water too. Shoot. I was going to get a drink. It looks like I'm out. But social media, like I said, I've abandoned all of them except for my VTuber one. And that I only do what I need to on it just to keep updated. It has helped my mental health immensely. So, but yeah. And then who put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection? Yeah, that's gotta hurt. That is, yeah, that he's basically calling Zuckerberg a shut-in neat, and that's rough.
Only launches depression. Who put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection? Hey, you claim to be some kind of saint, but you ain't. Why don't you lean in and face mash my musky Dutch taint?
Ooh, okay. Oh, and here he's dressed like Bond. God. So you claim to be some kind of saint, but you ain't. Why don't you lean in and face mash my musky Dutch? I don't have to explain that bar. If you don't get it, you probably shouldn't be getting it. So that's pretty good diss there.
I'm destined to rep Earth. You sold us out for some net worth. Your site's got so many Russian bots, they should call it the social network.
I'm destined to rep Earth, of course, saying how he's trying to go on that forward frontier of space. And yeah, Zuckerberg sold us out to make money. So Not cool. That's a good diss on Musk's part. And then your site's got so many Russian bots, they should call it the social network. Niet means no. So he's like, it's got so many Russian bots, you should call it the social no work. It doesn't work. But also, niet as a play on network, social network. Wasn't there a movie called The Social Network? I gotta look that one up now. The Social Network. There was. And it was about Zuckerberg. Yes. I've never even seen that movie. I just thought it existed. Let's go. I love when I'm right about something. That's so satisfying. Excuse me. That cleared. No, that didn't help at all. I thought that had cleared something up. All right.
You sold us out for some net worth. Your site's got so many Russian bots, they should call it the social network.
Ooh, bots. I know AI gets...
Hang on. Hope we're not just the biological bootloader for digital superintelligence. China, Russia, soon all countries with strong computer science competition. You're not concerned about AI safety. You should be. Okay. Oh, God. Are those actually all real tweets from him at some point? They have date codes. I bet you those are all real. I bet you those are all real tweets. That's hilarious. So, ooh, bots. I know AI gets you tweeting, which, yeah, he kind of does.
You tweeting? I read your feed while eating toast from Robot Morgan Freeman.
Doesn't he actually have that in his house? I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg actually has like a Jarvis Iron Man AI that is in his house that talks to him and it uses Morgan Freeman's voice. I think that would be creepy. Like, Morgan Freeman has a cool voice, but like, I would, okay, Jarvis wasn't a real person, so it's actually an AI. Having an AI that sounds like a real person. Okay, it's all funny when you have, Michael Jackson singing Fat by Weird Al Yankovic, because that could never happen now. But when it's somebody who's still alive, that's a little weirder. I do not support AI art, especially when it's used commercially. However, for the people who use it for the fun things of, okay, getting now dead artists to sing modern songs or whatever, or to create collabs that never could have been and they wish were, I do like the possibility and potential of the creative side of it. But please don't go making AI art and selling it. That's not cool. Support real artists, support local stuff. Support the real people doing the real work. AI is fun. Keep it fun. Don't try to commercialize it, please. That's my 2 bits on AI. I have a lot of artist friends, and I try to support them as much as I can. So,
AI gets you tweeting. I read your feed while eating toast from Robot Morgan Freeman. You need to start sleeping. We can all see you're tired. You're about to be CEO. Shit, he got fired.
that's my favorite line in this whole thing. Because, of course, yeah, for a while there's Musk really wasn't... he always looked really tired, like he had a lot going on. And, yeah, he ended up getting fired from the CEO position, as we talked about earlier. So you're about to be CEO. Oh, shit. He got fired. That's such a good play on words. It's a stupid pun, but it's funny. Also, this whole, like, pose right here, that is impressive flexibility from Peter. That's impressive.
We can all see you're tired. You're about to be CEO. Shit, he got fired. You got all these companies, but they're in.
Yep, there's all the companies. I told you there was a lot of them. The Boring Company, Tesla, yep. That's all. Those are the 2 big ones. SpaceX, those are the 3 big ones they know about.
Complete.
Whoops.
CEO. Shit, he got fired. You got all these companies, but they're incomplete. I've got one and I'm full money. Incomplete.
I take it back. That's my favorite line. I forgot about that line. You've got all these companies, but they're incomplete. As in they're not fully done yet. And yet you still have a bunch of these companies. Well, Zuckerberg has one. Facebook, now Meta. And he's got one company. And he folds money. Income pleat. A pleat is a fold in something. So if you're folding money, you're pleating that money. No different than pleated slacks. So Musk's companies are incomplete, whereas Zuckerberg has money, and he takes that income and pleats it. Income pleat and folds it. I love that joke. That is my favorite line of the entire battle. And the other one, the one I just mentioned before, is probably my second favorite. Those are just two of the best bars, which is a shame because Elon is a lot cooler in this battle, but Zuckerberg has just had the way better hits. It's been a while since I've seen this battle. I forgot about that line.
Incomplete. I've got one and I fold money. Incomplete. Set your self-driving truck to haul your ass home. Cause this battle's like PayPal. You got
Of course, Elon's self-driving vehicles is always a big thing you can throw at him, which, good diss there, So get in your self-driving truck and tell it to go back home. Tell him go away. And this battle's like PayPal, which is where Elon made a lot of his money. He was one of the founders of PayPal, I believe, or at least involved early in it. Made a bunch of money when they sold. But, of course, they sold. So, yeah, PayPal got owned. So he said, just like your first company, yeah, I just owned you. That's pretty good diss. So, as I liked Musk is definitely the cooler person, and I think he's been a little less egregious about, Zuckerberg selling information and so on. Not really cool. Musk is trying to do things for the future, whether you agree with it or not. Of the two people, I like Musk a little more, but in this battle, Zuckerberg wins. Hands down. No holds barred. That's a Zuckerberg win for me. But I'm going to stop talking now and try to rest my voice a bit more. I've been talking fine all day. It's really annoying. But, tell me who you think won down in the comments. Tell me if you agree, disagree. If I missed something or whatever, please let me know. And until next week, my name is Sonia, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.